Yo, I feel you. Chilling back, relaxing. Okay.
Show is up in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the DEUXLUXE podcast show. I am the Lux Lisbon, and to my right, I have
The Katie Lux.
hey, you gotta put something in front of that thing.
You know.
Okay then, and I believe, you know what? Go ahead and kick it off, Katie Lux.
Well, this evening rather, we're sharing our glorious set with the one and only Jerome Fleming.
Yes.
He is a film director and writer. And what would you say? We're third, fourth cousin, like
somewhere down the line.
removed?
You know, I mean, hey, we are related. You know, it depends on your shade. You know.
But we're happy to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. And we look forward to just spending some time with you to find out more about what you got going on. So thank you for coming.
Chopping it up with you because I think the theme of our show today, y'all, should be when life imitates art. You dig what I'm saying? Because you can make your life. You can take whatever paintbrush you want and make your life as abstract or as precise as you like it. So we gonna let you be the expert on that.
I'm no expert on nothing.
Well, I don't know. Hey, you know what you seem because you are a director and a producer. Is that right? Or an actor also?
I just make it work.
Okay, but see,
Like-
that's what I'm saying. You're a specialist.
I mean, like
You're an expert.
Once you get labels and stuff, it kind of like stops you from being your true potential. Because
Okay.
if I walk in the room and say I'm a director, then I would say, well, let me do some acting. No, you a director. You do what I, you know.
That's
So,
true.
you know, so
However, you don't be like, hey, let me put those things with the two holes in them. And they're like, what you talking about? Oh, the things formerly known as pants.
see,
You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
I'm-
See what I'm saying? So labels sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just so we know how to classify you, you know. And I think that a lot of people, if they want to seek direction, you know, I don't know nothing about acting, and I know my sister over here has had a beautiful burgeoning career.
Yes.
And, you know, but she's mentioned you a lot in just your area of expertise. You know, I've had the pleasure of meeting you, courtesy of her. So,
my definition of expert is you messed up enough to know what you did wrong.
okay, I like that too. What
So-
Bob Ross say? Happy little accidents.
Yeah, so we're gonna peel a tree right here, and there we go. You know, so
Why
then
did I
we have
just
a
think
bird
of
tree.
kids when you said that?
Did you? Yo, oh my God.
Happy little children.
Oh my God. Yo, but I did. Can I just sidetrack for a minute? That I did volunteer yesterday,
Oh,
and was with some children.
oh nice.
children.
Yeah, man, yeah. They were so sweet. I was like, yo, I really thought I had an aversion to kids, but you know what? Y'all all right with me.
Take them home.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It's like, you still here? Yeah, that
Yeah.
got that 1-year-old baby at home now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
you.
She'd be looking at me like, yeah, I pooped. No, like, gonna change yourself? Nope. She don't say nothing. Just look at me.
That's your job.
Yes.
That's your job.
She looks at me, and I look at her back too.
See.
Okay, all right, all
So-
right.
So let's start from the beginning. Well, how did you discover the film industry, and how did you cultivate a love for it?
Well, for me, it really started when I was about, like, I'm gonna say about 8 years old. My mother bought a VCR camera. You know, it was the most expensive thing in the house. So me and my younger brother, of course, we played with it. You know, and then we kind of came up with these Christmas specials. And we showed them on Christmas because we had a Kwanzaa celebration. So we had Kwanzaa celebration. At the end of Kwanzaa celebration, we showed my little video.
Word.
And so it was just like, and we used to mimic Boys to Men, let it snow. You know,
Yo, you is solid on that baritone. On that bass. What?
So we did the let it snow stuff, but it was the Bears thing. It wasn't me. It was the Bears.
Okay, okay. Uh-huh.
So then next thing you know, it's just like time goes on. So skip ahead to I'm gonna say sophomore in college. My cousin James Cannon came to the house and he was like, cuz, you trust me, cuz. Public access the way to go, cuz. Yeah, cuz. And I was like, huh? Because I had no idea what he was talking about, public access. So, like, he took me down to the public access TV station and made me sign up. It was no question. He made me sign up. He was like, sign up. So then skip ahead a couple years later, then I was really sad. I broke up with a girl. I was like, I'm going to get this girl back no matter what. So I'll make her a video to show how much I miss her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was dope. Was it a music video or was it like a movie video?
No, it was something stupid. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
So, but I took it and I turned it into public access because right around the same time I was going through my vision break, I started remembering all the stuff I learned along the way.
Oh.
So I turned the show in and it was just like, I got so many emails talking about, yo, you funny. And I was like, I was being real. You know, I'm like, let people know how my heart is feeling. You know, y'all laughing at me, laughing at my pain. No, don't do that. So, but what ended up happening was I turned that in. Then I had a public access TV show on for like 8 years.
Oh, wow.
So after I did that, I was teaching at West Charlotte. Then it was just like, it became my life. You know what I'm saying? Every time I had opportunity to put somebody else on or opportunity to showcase somebody, I just did it because I was in charge. I could put my cousin on there, like a $2 meal for a $2 date when he took a girl to a $2 movie, did that. And it was just like, this really just silly stuff. So eventually I got to the point where, skip ahead even further, I'm leaving a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But 25th birthday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a movie. Did I say 25th? It's the water. 35th birthday. So my 35th birthday, I was like, I'm going to have a movie out before I turn 35. So pretty much my homeboy hit me up and was like, hey, let's flip some houses. I was like, nah, I really don't want to flip houses. I want to make a movie. He was like, what? Bro, what? So made a movie, Game of Love.
Word.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Well, tell me. Okay, Amazon Prime, for those listening, Game of Love.
Game of Love, not Game of Thrones, because I still
Game
haven't watched
of
the last season yet. So, Game of Love, yes.
Well, tell us, okay, because, I got a million questions.
Oh, yeah.
But the most pressing thing right now is Game of Love. I'm very intrigued by the name and how it was picked up also. Or if you just put it on Amazon, because people need to know these steps.
Yeah. I mean,
how to get your shit out there so somebody can see it. But tell me.
I'm a firm believer if you want to do something, do it.
Okay.
Can I say the F word?
Oh, you can say whatever the fuck you want to.
I was about friends. But you, okay. If you have friends, you can do anything, but you can say the F word that you said too if you want to. If you have friends, you can do anything.
You and them labels.
So, but really, if people do stuff in life for two reasons: because of or in spite of. Because I had friends that helped me along the way, or in spite of my friends not even helping me, I still did it anyway. I mean, because I have plenty of famous friends, famous cousins, famous all this, that, and the other, and do you mind if I get a little biblical a little bit?
Do whatever you
All right, so it was this sermon that Reverend Lance Watson preached a while ago at C. and Jenkins Presbyterian Church during revival, and it was like, you blessed when you're in a position where somebody can help you, but they choose to watch you.
Okay.
So he was talking about the story of the baby floating down the Nile River. You know what I'm saying? His sister saw him all the way going through all the ups and downs and the words. You saw Prince of Egypt, right? Great movie.
No.
Straight out of the Bible. So the alligators were almost eating them and all this kind of stuff like that. But his sister watched him so he could land at the doorstep of the king. So when we going through stuff in life and we see people like, how come you ain't helping me? How come you ain't helping me? It's not their job to help you. It's your job to do what you got to do, and they could have helped you if it was their job to help you. But sometimes it's just like, if somebody can help you and they don't help you, just consider yourself blessed, because their help could hinder you from what you're supposed to do.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I can dig it. That's a good way to look at.
As I sip my coffee.
Look at it. Well, yes.
Yeah, so that's just my thought process. Oh, but Game of Love, yeah. So, but the original name for Game of Love was supposed to be Smelling Flowers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then the dude that was part of the project, Akivius, and I was playing the song earlier. Akivius, I met him randomly, and he sent me the track and he was like, play the song. And I was like, all right, cool. So I played it, and it was off the chain. It was Game of Love.
Oh, you got range.
He has range.
Thank you.
You got range.
He has
Okay,
range.
then.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was bringing the sixth heartbeat.
Or the Temptations. Temptations, Heartbeats, no matter. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know.
Girl. Listen, you right. You right. But, okay. So you changed your name.
Yeah.
Game of Love.
Game of Love.
Inspiration behind that. Can you give me a synopsis?
So, Game of Love is a semi-true story about when the main character goes on a blind date. And after he goes on a blind date, he realized that him and the girl he goes on a date with have more in common than they don't have in common.
Okay.
So it's really just about how small the world really is. And like the production side behind it was funny because I sent out over 500 emails and text messages and phone conversations saying, hey, I'm making a movie, help me out. Out of those 500 emails that I sent out, I maybe got about 6 or 7 responses.
That's average.
Yeah, I believe in 1% now because like I reached out to everybody and like help me. They didn't get no help. So I was like, man, nobody wants to help. So on the day, I was like, I'm going to do it no matter what because it was a lot of other stuff going on in life too. So like I showed up to the place where we had the meeting and 9 people were there. And I was like, all right, cool. We're going to make it work. And I made the movie.
That's what's up.
I made it. I edited it. I wrote it, edited everything by myself. I mean, of course, the people who was on set helped. You know what I'm saying? Because like I couldn't have done it without them. Because you need a solid team around you. So after the film was done, it was done on my birthday, May 27, 2017.
Oh, so you just had a birthday.
Yes, I did.
Happy belated.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
You welcome. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I finished up the film and was just like, then I had a red carpet event because I was so proud that I took something idea and turned it into, I took a dream and turned it into reality.
I heard.
So after I did that, it was just like, hey, you can do anything you want to do, you can do. You know, like, when somebody tell me I can't do something, I'm watch this motherfucker. watch me do this.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, The Game of Love, great movie.
You get that Tiger Woods smirk. Did y'all see that commercial where it was all these critics talking about how he needed to retire and how he was off his game and how he would never be relevant in golf anymore? And this is right after he just won his latest Masters.
Yo.
Master,
And he looks at the camera and he goes,
See, I'm like, got you, motherfucker. Ha, ha, ha. See, but that's just me, though. That's me. I'm a jerk with it.
Tiger chose to let his other side show up and just kind of
He took the blade. Because, you know, he was like Kablasian or something. So he took the blade part.
He's like,
the blood. It was like, yo, how you like me now?
I'll be like, gotcha.
Okay.
What?
He did, because, you know, wasn't his back, like, didn't he have, like, all
he
these
had
back
so much
surgeries and
going on.
shit?
He had the back surgery. He had the DWI. Why he had the medications. He was messed up. But
Oh, yeah, he was messed up. Yeah. Poor fella.
But he back on top
Yeah,
now.
he is,
Don't be
though.
like no poor fella. He
You
back on top.
He
You
rich.
right.
He has always been rich.
Yeah.
Since he been rich, he ain't never been not rich.
Exactly. So he really,
Yeah, he's richer than a Snicker.
So you made Game of Love
In a weekend.
as a response to.
I made Game of Love in response to, I'm 35 years old. Well, I'm about to be 35 years old. I haven't done anything in my life that I wanted to do because I did everything everybody wanted me to do. I graduated from high school, went to college. After college, I got a job. After I got a job, I got another job. I got another job. But I always found myself like, damn, I'm doing the same thing everybody else. You can't do the same thing as everybody else and expect to get anything different for anybody else. So it was kind of like, So it was, can I get personal with it?
Yeah.
Can I get personal?
Of course.
So me and my wife, we were having trouble conceiving a child. So we knew that we were going to do IVF, in vitro fertilization. I can't even talk.
Fertilization.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
so
Luckily, you're sandwiched in between two scholars.
I'm a scholar too, but I can't talk. I'm from Kannapolis, K-Town representative. But anyhow, so we were having trouble with that. So like one thing I said to myself, and I was like, before I bring a child into the earth, I want to accomplish one thing that most people can't say they did. So I wanted to make a movie. So like while we were going through the whole process, because actually doing the filming of the of Game of Love, she had to take a shot to get ready to go to the doctor in order to, for the whole procedure going on. So like, it was a crazy ass weekend. Like, cause I got off work at 5, went to the spot, set up. We had the first night showing, we had the first night filming, second day all day filming, third day we filmed for a little bit and it started pouring down rain. Then everybody went to Maggiano's.
All right.
Shout out to the cast. Like I had my homeboy Ibn, he played my best friend. My homeboy Michael, who I didn't meet before the thing, but now he's a great friend. Had my homegirl Leah, had Nicole, had, just, if I didn't say the name, they was like, people will mess you up, but at the same time, people will build you up too.
So not only did you produce this movie, you directed this movie and starred in this movie?
And wrote it.
And wrote this
Oh,
movie.
and the music was something else too. The music, like, the soundtrack to Game of Love is probably better than any soundtrack since The Best Man.
I heard that. Now, are these local artists,
Everybody,
or is this your own creation, or?
I got one song on there, but every artist that's in Game of Love, I know personally. A lot of people in Charlotte. We had a former student had Zoe, or G.I. Zoe. He's on it. Kevius, the guy that I spoke about earlier, he has a hot track, Apollo Tone. My wife's cousin has a song on there. Her name is Stronger D. I got your man. I got your man.
Okay.
All I really want was that cash in my hand. That's all I gotta say. Oh yeah, she killed it.
That shit is snapping
Oh,
already.
yes. Oh,
that
yes.
shit snapped though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but music, everything was done hands down. I even did the closed captioning myself too, and it took me 48 hours to do, like 37 hours nonstop.
Well, that's pretty remarkable. You think you're being very inclusive in doing that, so.
Not because like I don't believe in telling somebody to do something unless I know how to do it first. So therefore, like on the second film, oh hell, I paid somebody to do closed caption. Trust me, but I knew how hard it was to do it. Because the second film was Greatness Spoken Truths, which was is a tribute to Black women in poetry. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
We just need to pull out a James Brown cape and put drape it on your shoulders.
I do like James Brown.
All the
Please.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, his cardiovascular system is out of sight. It's like out of this world. I mean, have you ever seen like one of his old concerts and shit? And I'm like, dude, I mean, his ass is doing everything short of river dancing.
I'm pretty sure he danced.
Yo, he probably did that shit.
I'm pretty sure he did it. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, James. Motherfuckers was hungry back then. When you was damn Soul Train.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be hungry now. That's what's wrong with a lot of people, right? I mean, because like we live in a social media technology age. I'm blessed and happy to be in this age that we live in, but at the same time, people think you could just because you got a camera does not make you a director. Just because you can take a picture does not make you a photographer. You got to actually practice at your craft to be the best at your craft, and just realize sometimes you're not good at what you do. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm good at a lot of things, but I'm horrible at plenty more. But I'm not afraid to say that, And what I'm not good at, I find somebody who's better than what I am, so we can build a team.
I got you. Okay.
So would you say that that's the approach that you're taking in terms of building up a collective within the community here around film?
I am no one. What I am just a simple country boy from Kannapolis that had as a dream. And what I do is, like, I treat everybody as equals. I don't do a lot of ass kissing. Never did, never will. I'm the fourth of 5 children. So therefore, it's not in my DNA to kiss ass. When you kiss ass after those many people kiss ass, all you're doing is kissing the lips of other people who kissed ass. You know what I'm saying? So I consider myself as, I know that you can't do anything by yourself, but at the same time, you shouldn't put yourself in a position where you won't respect yourself in the next day to do something. Because people all the time say, oh, man, why don't you go to Atlanta? Why do I go to Atlanta? I'm here in Charlotte. Why don't you go to Hollywood? Why should I go to Hollywood? I'm here in Charlotte. In the words of the great poet Jay-Z, put me anywhere on God's green earth and I triple my worth.
Okay.
And that's what I believe in. So, and like the film thing here in Charlotte, I mean, it's growing. It's growing. There's a lot of people in Charlotte that are doing film. But the only I have plenty of negatives to say, but what I would say is lots of time people they want something in return before you do something for, you know what I'm saying? They always want something in return. It's never like, hey, let me put you on. Nah, what you gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? And because like it costs money to make films, but at the same time, I need to use your spot. Oh, bro, it's gonna cost $500.
Maybe these the people. Who do you find to do? Because I'm like, most of the people that you know what? But you're right. I mean, I'm
a man
industry.
And you're a woman.
You know, I'm
y'all
industry.
women, so y'all get different benefits than I get.
You know,
I'm just being real. I'm being real. Y'all
I mean, we can argue that.
You don't always want them benefits and the
Exactly.
strings.
Exactly.
Not strings, the strings that come attached to them.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. But I found some really good people to work with.
Exactly.
And I'm in the process, and it's all people based too, because like, no matter where you go, you got assholes, you got people who are not assholes.
Right.
And just unfortunately, there's more assholes in the world than there is not assholes in the world. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But the film industry here in Charlotte is huge. I mean, it's growing. Like it's a lot of good directors out here putting out good content. Everybody's growing at exponential rates. I use that collegiate word also. So yeah. So it's nice. It's nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I mean, you said a few things in there that I just wanted to kind of unpack.
I'm sorry. Like a zip file.
No, I mean like, well, see, what I'm doing is, I'm listening to the actual person underneath the artist, and you're a minimalist. It's interesting because like you shrink yourself to accommodate your class, or your classmen, if you will, but your castmates. But they're your classmen because like you put them on the same plane, just like you said, you treat everybody as equals, right? And so that's interesting to hear. What's also interesting to hear is that you have this craft, but never or I guess what I didn't hear is like, oh man, like this has been a passion of mine, forever. But one thing that I did learn from someone is that it's about, you said practice, right? And people forget to do that. And so even though this is something that, like you said, I remember the Kwanzaa celebrations and the Christmas specials you did.
It's a Kwanzaa celebration. Oh yeah, off the chain.
But I just wanted you to kind of maybe tap into practice. What does that look like? How can someone discipline themselves to practice and hone their craft if they're not that good? Or if they are, do you have any levels?
As a former teacher, I'd be happy to show this. Okay, check it out. All right, what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna say, "Ooh yeah." All right, you ready?
Okay.
All right, ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh yeah.
Now we did the first time. It wasn't good, but let's try again.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take it a little lower.
Okay.
You go higher, and you hit that that middle part. All right.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh yeah.
Sound a little better, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, no, it wasn't great. So I see your face, you want to do better. But what I'm saying is, practice to me is realizing it. You have to smell your own shit and realize that the shit that you shit stank.
All right.
Everything that I do, I look at me like, yo, I can do so much better than this. And is that acknowledging that what you do is not the best you can do? That's what you have to acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let one setback in what you do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna have a failure. I mean, because like in the words of the great 50 Cent.
Oh, it's a lot of great rappers being quoted this evening.
I mean, I don't know if it was 50 Cent, but what I'm saying is,
okay.
Because I know but he did. If you ain't never lost, you ain't ever fought nobody.
Okay.
And apply that to your craft. If you ain't never failed, you ain't trying hard enough. Because I want to, Jerome Stockton Fleming II from Kannapolis, North Carolina, aka Fishertown. I am going to be the greatest director of my generation.
All right. That was a declarative statement if I ever heard one.
And if I'm not, you know what? I'm damn sure going to make a whole lot of money failing.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
That's important.
And it's just like...
Them snaps.
And I'm not afraid to be told no. I'm not afraid to be wrong at something. I'm just not afraid because, true story, I was turned down by over 1,000 women.
I mean, did you count this shit?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
What the fuck, yo?
Hey.
1,000, bitch. Yo, after like 17, I'd have been like, man, fuck this shit. You said 1,000.
For real.
I mean, like literally.
Yeah, true. Oh, wait, it was over 1,000, yes. Now, but the way that I got to 1,000 was like this, because I asked this one girl, and she said, no, because you're black.
Is that how she sounded? You should probably turn her ass down for sounding like Elmo. But go ahead.
Yes. Nah, but so I was like, it hurt more than anything else to get told no, because like I was like, I like this girl, she likes me, we talk every day, we friends, blah blah blah, blue blue blue. You know what I'm saying? That's all thoughts that like a 17-year-old boy goes to his head. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So, but after being told like no, and the reason why I was so stupid because of the color of my skin, not by the content of my character, I was like, fuck you. But I didn't say that because I didn't really curse much. I still don't curse now. It's your fault. So, because you said the F word, which I thought was friends, but you said something else. But anyway, after that no, I was like, okay, well, this didn't hurt. I asked the next person. That's 2. Next person, 3. The whole section. Okay, that's about 15. Let's go over here. So it went there. So it wasn't like I was just shooting pellets. I was thinking, and like after the first class, I realized I didn't get no love from anybody in class. I was like, you know what?
I need you to clarify some shit. Let's pump the brakes because, like, we got a runaway damn podcast right now.
No.
Okay, so,
It's in the first chapter of the book.
Okay, shit, 'cause that is a lot of shit, man.
Hey. My friend Keela called me Black Forrest Gump.
I mean,
I tell you, boy.
You got some shit, man.
I've done some things.
Can we just reset for a second?
Okay, reset. Game of Love.
No, we done with Game of Love. we done with Game of Love.
Okay.
All right. So.
Yeah, everybody just take a sip.
Yeah, take a sip. Yeah, and do some deep breathing too.
It's not that serious, It is what it is, In life, if you don't get rejected, like I said, you're not trying hard enough. That's all it is. And once you get that yes, you realize how important that yes is, and you appreciate that yes. So when you send 500 emails out to somebody to be a part of your project, or you contact this person or this job, and say, hey, I want this job, and they say no. Once you do get that job that you want, you realize all the work and effort you put into it. So everybody else who said no, all the people who didn't want to be part of your project, now they saying, hey, Jerome, can I be part of your next project? And first thing I think about is, where were you then? Now that's the asshole response.
Okay, wait. I mean, because you got a lot of.
Hey,
I know.
I'm a complex individual.
No, and we all are complex individuals, and I can pick up what you're putting down. I think that what I would like to find out is maybe some concentrated information.
Okay.
Concentrated information being. I mean, because like we don't just do this for us.
Nah.
We do this for the people. We do this for the people so that they'll have an understanding of, what it's like to be a starving artist or shit. Maybe a damn full artist, somebody who done got fed already off the fruit of their loins. You know what I'm saying? So
you eat the fruit of your loins.
Anyway. So what I'm saying is
that
we Jesus Christ. I mean, honey child.
I do apologize.
All right.
Look
at that. All right, so
I'm sorry.
What I'm saying to you is that I would like to have some information that give some people some food for thought. That's what we here for.
Yes.
Like we like to cut up and fuck up and have a good time and chop it up and all that shit.
Friend
but what
up.
I really want to do is, like give our viewers some nuggets, listeners some nuggets, So I mean, you got something that's published already on Amazon, right? Can you tell people how they can do that?
Go to Amazon or go to Google and just type in Game of Love, and you might have to type Fleming depending on your search history. I'm not sure what you search for, but if you just type in Game of Love and Fleming, the movie pops up. Yeah, for real.
Okay, no, I know, but I was like, I don't think what I was asking was how people can put their own content. I'm sorry, I may have misstated that.
I do apologize.
That's all right, because we're going to get to that. We want you to tell people, like, toward the end, we about to have you drop out 20 bags.
So like, if you are a person who wants to make a movie, first thing you got to do is make it. Because, like, everybody has a desire to do something. Unless you do it, you just, sit around. But in order to get a movie on Amazon, it's called Amazon Video Direct. You sign up for it. It's really easy. Then you upload your video. Now, they're very critical of the content you put up there because they're going to criticize, like, this sound quality is not here, you need your closed captioning, you need all this stuff. And once you get all that accomplished, you upload it, and you're on Amazon. And they pay you pennies on the dollar. They used to pay you.
So you still getting paid paid something.
You get paid something, but bruh, there's so sis.
That's fine. Whatever.
But it's so many other ways for people to get their content seen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the process now of building my own app and reaching out to a lot of the local Charlotte directors here and just putting their content that they don't really care about, or I mean not care about, because once you do something like your baby, but putting the content that they kind of put on the back shelf, put it on the app. Let's make some money. Because there's money to be made. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte is not the next Hollywood. Charlotte is Charlotte. Charlotte is not the new Atlanta. Charlotte is Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in Charlotte and you want to do something, do it. Don't wait for nobody else to tap you and tell you how good you are. You should know how good you are already by your own self. That's how I feel. So if you want to get your stuff out, you can contact me, and I will help you get it out there. Because like there's no glory in being at the top of the mountain by yourself. You gotta have somebody to share it with. So if somebody wants to do something, just contact me. I will help them get it on there. It will depend on the stage of the project they in. But like you got YouTube. You put this on YouTube. Once you get more than 4,000 hours viewed, then you can start getting paid a little bit of money on it. Or you could just Amazon, or I mean, there's other ways to get paid off your content. But first thing you gotta do is just do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, go ahead, Katie. I felt like you had a question, but
I'm sorry.
If I'm okay,
that's words to live by. That's words to live by. To you stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
Yo, why
absolutely.
Was I thinking that earlier?
Hey, I after you said it, I started thinking about that. That's hot.
Word. That's our favorite.
So yeah.
That's right. Oftentimes we tend to limit ourselves because we don't know the proper way to do something or how to execute it. So thank you for putting that out there, that you would be willing to
I'll help anybody.
Each one teach one and help facilitate someone getting their content up on the web and out to where it can be consumed by the masses. So what projects do you have coming up, or what are you working on presently?
You were very breathy just then. I love it. It was very like, va 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 boom.
Oh.
Am
I in character and didn't know it?
Hello. Or maybe that's how you just exist.
Oh.
Listen.
Breathy.
In a good way though. Trust me.
Okay,
That's all good.
Not asthmatic. Not bronchitis. Okay, so sorry.
Y'all silly.
Back on track.
So I do got a couple projects that I'm working on right now.
Yes.
I have written over 30 feature-length films.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
I have only put in, I say 1.2 out there. I have 1.2 because a project that I can't say the name of it right now that you were in. You know what I'm saying? Can't say it because it's in negotiations right now. But she's going to be in a project very soon.
Awesome. Look.
Glory.
Hello.
It is what it is.
Hallelujah.
Loves.
Yeah.
Loves.
But I have, like I said, about 30 projects, 30 films that I've written, all in different stages of post-production, pre-production. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. Lots of stuff coming up. And I'm also doing a mini, I want to call it mini series, YouTube series. I'm doing a new series coming up. It's probably going to be out mid of June.
Okay, so I'm interested though. When does the one star Katie Lux come out? When did you
Katie
say it
Lux.
come?
What does Katie Lux mean? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
What does that
That's
mean?
what we do.
Right, I can pivot. So I was dabbling in stand-up about 10 years ago, actually. And in my mind, I was thinking K DEUXLUXE.
Like Katie?
No.
Or
Like
K?
the letter K and then DEUXLUXE. And then,
Okay.
And then, I don't know, at some point, the train just went off the rails. And I said, well, let's take the D from deluxe and put it with the K, even though KD has no significance to me. But, yeah.
So
I like it, though. You seem like you the MVP, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Katie, for real, you know?
Hey.
So I just feel like I can dish it to you and,
So what is Lux Lisbon?
Lux Lisbon is actually a book. Because I've been, drinking some water. I cannot recall the author's name, but it's also a movie called The Virgin Suicides, and one of the sisters, her name is Lux Lisbon.
Oh,
And so, yeah, she was like the cooler sister. And so, I mean, because if you watch the movie or read the book, you understand why none of them are technically cool, but she's the coolest sister. And it was good writing. It was good writing also, so which is something that I dig. I'm all into that, running with scissors type
Cool.
of situation.
okay.
About chaotic.
So,
You
because
know.
the Lux and Lux, I was like, oh, so that's cool. Oh, but anyway, back to your question, because my water's out. So I'm
Okay.
focused. So, the project that has KD Lux is probably going to come out. I'm gonna say probably end of June for mass consumption. And it was I'm gonna say a passion research project with a local director by the name of John Miller. So and it came out great. What were your thoughts of the project?
I thought it was really good. I liked how everything came together. I loved the theme and just the premise behind why certain things are happening, and just I'm excited to see it get picked up and unfold and
It's deep.
evolve.
It's deep. Deep like my
I like it.
voice.
Oh, yeah, man, because you've been hitting some octaves since you've been here. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But word, that's what's up. So you said also that you had written 30
projects.
feature-length
Yes.
films. So tell me if you can give us a layman's crash course in feature-length film. What does that mean?
Because like
And what's your process?
I'm no professional at all. Like I said, I just try something, I'm not afraid to fail. So what happened was that's one of the name of movies.
Okay. All right.
So, but what had happened was, it was May 27, 2010. That was around my birthday. It was on my birthday 9 years ago. I wrote my first film, and it was called PC Mechanics. And PC Mechanics is actually the name of my line brother's company. Like his company now is called Best First Steps, but First Best Steps, excuse me. But it's an internet startup company where it helps you get your company started. So I took the name PC Mechanics and I turned it into a movie of my first year in the high school, excuse me, and just a life like what it would be if I was 10 years later.
Okay.
And was really that. So I took it to my cousin, who was in Hollywood at the time, and I was like, "Hey, yo, cuz, check my script out, check my script out." And he was like, "Yo, this good, cuz. Well, it's gonna start about $3 million to make." And I was like, "Okay, $3 million." I didn't have it. I knew he had it, but he wasn't offering it to me. So what I had to do? So I wrote another film, and that film was, if you said that one cost $3 million, so I wrote another one. There was I was like the nuggets that he gave me. I like kind of took it down a notch.
Okay, so and just to confirm, a feature-length film is,
A feature
in your
length-
words, in your opinion, what would
A
you
feature-length
say
film is
it
anything over 45 minutes.
Okay,
Anything over 40 minutes. So
Okay,
I think
and-
that's what it is.
All right, and let's just say in words, what is the word count you think for somebody who is thinking about writing a feature-length film? Because I want this, I also want a denotative footprint in people's mind of what this means, and just so they go somewhere and don't sound like fucking idiots, they know what they're talking about. You know.
So one page written of a script. Now there's a script writing software called Celltext. It's
Okay.
free. Don't get the mass version because the mass version all it allows you to do is text from your phone. You don't need that. But one page written is equal to 1 minute on screen. So once you realize the one page written is equal to 1 minute on screen, so therefore what you got is, if you have 40 pages written, you got a 40 minute movie.
Okay, all right.
So then you think of some movies like Rocky the other day, for example. I watched Rocky. Rocky is 3 hours long. So you take 3 hours equal to 120 or 180 minutes, so 180 pages of script. So 180 pages of script equals 3 hours movie. Do you want to watch a 3 hour movie? Most people don't. So start cutting that stuff out. So therefore, once you have a script right around about a 120, like a 2 hour movie, like a 120 minute movie, that's when you get to the point where it's like, okay, now when you start filming, because as you could ask Katie Lux, once you start getting on set and everything like that, some people don't move as quick as other people. Some people take the lines and go a little longer, or make it really short, so that 1 minute of page time can equal, either 2 minutes or even less. Now, if you have like a song or something in there, you got to notate that. Now you're not going to, if this was a movie right now, right, and it was a song playing, and it was just the song playing, we're not going to sit here and just be like looking at the camera. So you got to actually write in the screen directions of what you want the person to do, because as the writer, you have to really, the writer should be able to give the director a script, and the script that the director gets, the director should be like, okay, tell everybody exactly what to do every single second that the camera's rolling, because editing takes a very long time. Right. And if the more time you sit there and it's wasting time, it's kind of like, darn, you could have wrote something a lot easier than this. So yeah, it's an involved process, but so the long story short, 1 minute of script equals to 1 minute of screen time. So therefore, just know that everything that happens on screen has to be on the paper, so it makes sense later.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So are there any directors out there or writers right now that you would love to work with?
There's a lot of music artists I like to work with. Local artists. Because and local directors too. Because I reached out to a lot of them recently, because I was in the process of doing an independent film night, which is still going to come on soon. Had a little trouble with the location, but we're going to do an independent film night. And really what I would like to do is use the connections I made over my last 19 years in Charlotte to really say, hey, you got a movie, come show it here. There's no fees, no nothing. Just come show it. Let people absorb your energy. Then just get feedback, because if we try to be selfish, nobody wins. But if we just really give the people something different, give the people something new, and be like, I'm doing this for our benefit, and the benefit of the world, versus then I'm just trying to get, I'm trying to get put on. Nah, if you do stuff just to get put on, you look like a fool, because you always like you kissing ass, and nobody wants to kiss ass.
Well, no, that is definitely.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you answered the question.
Cool. No, I didn't. People I want to work with, just anybody in the Charlotte who's a director, holler at me, because I want to work with anybody and everybody, because nobody's better than anybody, and we all can be great together.
True, but there's got to be somebody like a Quentin Tarantino or a Jordan Peele.
I want to work with Childish Gambino.
Okay.
I want to work with Childish Gambino. I want to work with a lot of local artists here in Charlotte, because I believe that a song is nothing but a 3-minute movie.
So you want to work with, from a soundtrack perspective, these are people that you like to work with?
I write to music. So every time that I write anything, I have a song playing in my head. So when people hear something, when I hear a song, I see movies. Like anytime I listen to John Legend, I see a movie. I listen to Wyclef, see a movie. Andre 3000, movie. So when I hear music, I start writing. So when these local artists, when they have their tracks and stuff, and they like send them to me sometimes, I'm like, oh, I can make a movie out of this, just based off 3 minutes. Just how my brain works. Right. But Childish Gambino would like to work with. I guess Jordan Peele, maybe, but Childish Gambino definitely number one. I want to work with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I know that you said that you had another project with Katie Lux coming up, but I also wanted to know just about your teaching side, because
Cool.
and just in the sense of having been a teacher, and I'm assuming that you were an educator, right, in the school system?
Yeah, West Charlotte, DUBC.
Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about that. Talk about the minds that are in there, the dangerous minds, possibly. That
No.
There.
West Charlotte is the safest school in the world. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. I was like, okay.
It was ingrained in me. I got to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was trained to say it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Like that's what you say.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, just want you to kind of expound on that, and also, just how you see that showing up in your life today outside of the education space. So
because like real talk, like my mom's a teacher, So I, of everything that I wanted to do in life, I never wanted to be a teacher because my mom was a teacher. Because I don't want to be like my mama because that's my mama. I can be like my mama. So, so graduated from John C. Smith. It's a crazy story. And having got in school system in the first place, leave that for another day. But anyway, I was already in the school system as a tutor.
Okay.
So when I graduated from college, like, I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they teach you what to do, but not how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I guess I'll just do something. So next thing you know, I was a substitute teacher. And then the teacher at West Charlotte, his name was Mr. Modest. And really, he was just like, Mr. Fleming, you're here every single day, so would you like to be a full-time teacher? We got a program where you can be a full-time teacher. Just take the program. So I did the program. So next thing you know, I was a full-time teacher. It was a CTE, teaching computer engineering. Now, since it was elective course, the school system didn't care about it that much. They didn't care. They would throw anybody in that classroom, anybody. Because like my first year teaching, I recall I had 22 kids in the class, 1 female, 21 males. All the males knew the prison ID number and didn't know the social security number.
Prison ID
Yeah,
number?
PID number. You got to know it. You in jail.
Okay.
you got to know
what
it.
grade were you teaching?
It was elective, so I had everything from 9th to 12th grade.
So are you saying that these children already had prison ID?
This was
numbers?
2008, 9, 10, somewhere around that time. I mean, like, you got to understand that. I ran for public office too. So
I mean, damn, we could have started off with this shit.
So
like,
I'm really passionate about the things I'm talking about. So it's like, so the school system is not set up for us. And when I say us, I mean black males. As a black male, I did not see a black male teacher until, like, I was in like college. I had an art teacher who was a black guy. But it was just like, so me even being a teacher in the first place, I knew I was giving these kids something that I never saw. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked in the classroom, it was not like a test. They said, would you like to be a computer engineer? I mean, I graduated from John C. Smith with a degree in computer science engineering, minor in communication mathematics. I got a master's degree in
Wait, slow that shit down. Don't just rush past that, because we need more people, especially people of color, in STEM or technology. So you have what?
And let's add STEAM in there too, because art is important.
I mean, we know that shit is important. What we talking about is that, we need to be more technologically inclined, because we will fucking get left behind. That's just the bottom line. And, I know that people are resistant to change, but unfortunately, that's the way of the world. And the frequency and the expediency of how fast the world is changing, I mean, that's some shit to pay attention to. So
You're absolutely right. I agree.
I just wanted you to break down what your credentials was. I mean, because that was impressive for me. So break that down one more
So
time.
my name is Jerome Stockton Fleming the second.
You're a baritone, and you're also a Gemini.
Yes, I am. I graduated from John C. Smith with a degree in computer science engineering. I got an unofficial communications and mathematics degree from there, like undergrad. I have a master's degree from Strayer University, or MBA in business and information systems management. So that's my educational background. In 2012, I ran for State House of Representatives in District 83 in Cabarrus County.
That's what's up.
I got 13,000 votes, but it's a heavily Republican district, which is understandable. But one thing I learned from running for office is nobody actually gives a fuck.
Yo, man.
They don't care.
I mean,
they don't care about you. Don't care about me. They just want to get reelected.
You just
That's
got to
what I
tell me behind. So we're going to move backwards one more again. Tell me about your run for public office. How did that shit even come about? And based on your education, I didn't hear poli-sci in there anywhere. So where did this come from? You
are who you are. I mean, you do what you do. You do what you've been taught. My grandmother, who's 99 years old, hey grandma, is she always growing up. We always went to Piedmont Peace Projects in Cabarrus County.
What's that?
It was just really just like a social activism group in Cabarrus County, in the Piedmont area. And I used to be 8 years old, and they're like, but it kind of like seeped in my head, because like, this shit really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a pothole, there's somebody you can call to get that shit fixed. If you going on a vacation and you lose your passport, there's somebody you can call whose job is to make sure that you get your passport.
Wow.
There's people.
I didn't know that.
Yes. You think these people get paid $175,000 a year to do shit? Are you talking about Donald Trump? Fuck Donald Trump.
Oh.
He don't care about us.
Oh.
He doesn't.
Thank you, Kanye.
I'm just being real.
Oh, Kanye.
I'm just being
Go
real.
ahead.
like the government works for us. And since they work for us, that means they should be doing something for us. And if they're not doing something for us, they need to be replaced immediately. I mean, because we sit around talking because Donald Trump, yeah, he's a bad president. So what? Who cares? Do you have enough money to go to the doctor?
Okay.
When you drive down the street and your suspension on your car gets messed up because the potholes keep hitting your car every single time, so you spend that money that you could be going to the doctor, but you got to place your car because if you don't place your car, we all jacked up. But what I'm saying is, it was ingrained to me at 9 years old. My grandma, Corinne Cannon, selling Avon too.
Shout out to Corinne Cannon.
Hey, grandma.
Avon salesperson.
But back to the education part. So while I was an educator, what I realized that the first class I was like, "Hi, my name is Jerome Fleming. Happy to be here today. Welcome to my classroom. Let's learn something." And I realized that they didn't care. They wouldn't hear me. So then by I got to the fourth block, I said this, and this is what I said, hands down, no lie. I'm going to teach you everything that I know. So when I drive down Bettysford Road to go to Johnson Smith's homecoming, I don't get robbed by any of you. So let's be real and let's get started learning now. What can I teach you so you don't rob me one day? Because that was that. Once I learned who the kids I had in my class, I was like, oh shit, I'm scared. Because that was just the reality of the situation. And once I said that, these kids opened up to me in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? They was like, Flynn, we respect you for being honest with us and being just hands down. Because and even to this day, I'm friends with a lot of my former students who were in that class because I seen their lives change from something that it could have been to where they are now. Some of them work uptown. You know, they work uptown. Some of them are rappers right now, like John Quee's famous. You know, he dropped a song just now, and G.I. Zoe. That's my other students, and I got Raheem, but he's the hit maker. You know what I'm saying? These students who were in my classes, I saw them grow from, troublemakers who the system only thought they could be, drug dealers and gangbangers and end up dead one day. So now they're making more money than I'm making. You know what I'm saying? Just because.
Sounds like you had a hand in that, when they're able to do that. I mean, I know that you may not think so, but.
I was scared. I mean.
Wait a minute.
We named the class. We named my fourth block Dubs Eat Goons.
Okay,
we didn't call them goons for not a reason.
Okay.
I love them like my brothers to this day, but I'm telling you, when I was meeting them, I was like,
kids is goons?
Hey,
shit.
They my boys to this day. I will fight, ride or die with them. But at that time, I was scared. Now, I'm not afraid to say I'm scared. And what I did was I just told them that, hey, you don't have to be the best at something to just try something. It's no wrong with failing. So like they used to go in there and rap. They used to be some really good rappers even then. But you got me, you know what I'm saying? I was about 27 at the time. My name is Flim. I know what I'm saying. I'm so cool. You know what I'm saying? Just drop a lame line, you know what I'm saying?
That was terrible.
It was a Grammy Award winning, but that's your opinion. See, but like you dropped that to them.
If you kicked that shit, you didn't kick that shit down, did you?
No, I had real raps at the time.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
You already see. All right.
I had real raps,
There
but
we
what
go.
I'm saying is, I gave them something that they can criticize. So like, Flim, you whack as fuck. You a bitch ass nigga. Fuck Flim. That's what they said, and I gave them the freedom to say that. So what they did, they opened up to me, and what happened was I saw them becoming writers. They became rappers. They became salesmen. They became all these things, just because I gave them enough leeway to be who they were supposed to be. And I didn't do it in a judgmental way, because it was like, you a bitch ass nigga. Go to the office. No, I'm so serious. Nah, I was being a bitch ass nigga. The raps that I was dropping were whack, according to their standards, because according to my standards, I'm the greatest rapper of all time. That's just me.
My.
I can drop some more bars if you want.
I think that's sufficient.
I got bars for days.
That your first act was sufficient.
I'm like saying I'm the greatest rapper of all time.
We're here to discuss film.
Yes, film and art and passion. So to bring it back, I would like to say that as a high school teacher at West Charlotte High School, I connected with the kids in a way to be vulnerable. Once you are vulnerable with somebody, then you can actually grow with somebody. You can't grow in a wall up. You know what I'm saying? So like if I came in there with a whole A plus B equals C. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't hear me, and so it was a waste of time. But what I did was I let down my guard to the point where they were able to connect with me, and I was able to connect with them. So what happened? A friendship blossomed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real out here. You know what I'm saying? We can be gone in a second, but unless you are real and vulnerable, you can't grow.
This is true talk.
You want some more bars?
No,
we gonna fold that right on up.
Y'all whack. Yeah, y'all whack. Y'all don't know good music. Yeah, but the education system, I taught high school for about, I'm gonna say 3.5, 4 years in the school system. After that, I went to where'd I go after that? I went to Alaska for a little bit. I had to get back from Alaska, went back to Wells Fargo to Bank of America to run for office, back to Wells Fargo, then Wells Fargo audit to these motherfuckers don't care if I live or die, so I'm gonna be a movie maker.
Damn. That's a tough pill to
Here we
swallow.
are.
I mean, it was like a real pill because it was just like the point in my life when I realized that nobody cares about you unless you care about yourself first. That hit kind of hard. And once that hit, because it was back when I did my first movie, Game of Love. The day of Game of Love that we did the premiere red carpet event. It was wonderful, beautiful. It was off the chain. Right. And we had the event, and that's right after my wife realized that she was pregnant with our now daughter Cora. So it was like it was a big night, but my parents couldn't be there because they were celebrating the honeymoon. Well, not a honeymoon. What I'm talking about? Their anniversary. Yeah, same thing.
We got you. We got
So
you.
they celebrated the anniversary, and like shortly after that, my dad was sick, and they diagnosed him with pancreatic cancer.
Oh, my
So they
God.
said, you only got, like 6 months to a year to live. So I was like, you know what, this is crazy. Then the pregnancy was tough because it was a lot of issues going on with, which is a lot of stuff. And it was, she was going to the doctor every single day. So I'm taking every Thursday off work to go to the doctor with my dad. I'm going to doctor with my wife. You know, I'm going to Wells Fargo every single day. Then skip ahead, then they said, then my dad had the chemo, and it was bad. It was a lot of bad stuff going on. Then, but now I realized that greater is He that is in me than he is in the world. So I really turned in myself and asked you because I heard you say before, because I did my research before I came on here. I'm not a religious person. I curse with the best of them. I drink with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a very spiritual person. Like I don't really believe in religion. Like I believe in religion, but it's not like I can't go to strip club and go to church the next day.
Oh, I mean, I don't think that the religion should strike you from that anyway.
No, see, but a lot of people think that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people want to put their own remix on stuff, and that is
That's the label
issue.
stuff you were talking
Yeah,
about, right?
that's the issue.
So it was just like after all this was going on, like I said, my dad dealing with pancreatic cancer, my wife and the baby and everything, and like me trying to be a movie maker, I was crushed. I lost like about 40 pounds. I'm a skinny motherfucker. I lose 40 pounds, I'm looking dead. You know what I'm saying? I was at work, just doing what I had to do just to get by, and I realized that they didn't give a fuck about me. It could have been me that had cancer and die, and they would not give two shits. So at that moment, I realized I was like, I don't care about this place because I'm going through what I'm going through. Oh, are you okay? Okay, I sent in the report by 4:00 this afternoon, and it was just like, you know what, fuck y'all. So, but what happened was I felt myself growing inside. I was like, you know what, it's something inside of me that's great that has to get out. So then, like, I helped my dad with his cancer diagnosis because he went 2 rounds of chemo and all this kind of stuff. Then, like, he's fine now. This is 2 years ago.
Word.
Oh, yeah.
Can I
What
get
did I
a
say?
slow clap for that? Yo.
Greatest he.
What?
I changed.
You said pancreatic cancer, man. I felt that down deep off in my bones when you said it, and I'm like, yo, dad's still here?
Yeah.
Yo, what was that you quoted again? I'm not a religious person either, but maybe I need to write that down. Go ahead.
Greater he that is in me than is in the world. So what it means, if you believe what you believe, it is nobody else can tell you what to do.
That's what's
so
up.
it was just like my dad today, he was putting roof on the trailer like where I used to stay. He was putting the roof up. And I was like, could be some eggs by you because it's middle up there. So I'm like, it's hot. But it's just like, so we went through that. And like I said, chorus, that's my baby girl. She got a big head. I love her to death. She's here. And it was just like, so after she was born and all that kind of stuff, and it was just like soon after that, I was like, okay, I'm good. I can do this. Then my aunt last year was diagnosed with leukemia, acute leukemia. And her birthday was on January 3rd. My baby was born on January 4th. And that's my godmother. And she was the first black woman to be ordained in the Presbyterian Church. She's friends with Jeremiah Wright, all these people like that, Katie G. Cannon. You know, you Google her, she's there. You know what I'm saying? That's my godmama. So it was just like, and all the times that I was going through everything, she was like, Jerome, you know what you can do. You know what's inside you. Because every time I walked in the house, she's like, tell me a story because I know you've done something stupid. I did a lot of stupid stuff. So she knew this. So as we're talking about everything that I was doing in my life, she was always just like, you know what you have to do. So on January 3rd, that's our birthday, January 4th, my baby was born. I called her like, hey, Kate, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, can't wait to come down and see the baby. I could have drove up there to go see her, but I didn't. On August 8th, she passed away from acute leukemia. Because on her way down the road to come to the baptism, she felt lightheaded. My mom said, go to the doctor. Then it was like, you got leukemia, you did this, that, and the other, leukemia, then they did chemo killed her. So it was just, then like when she passed away, I realized at that moment, no, I'm depressed, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, over the last year and a half, I did the movie, I did, had the baby, my dad, pancreatic cancer, he's doing good, and y'all motherfuckers gonna tell me that that I can't take another day off work because she's not a direct relative. Fuck y'all. So I'm in the meeting now, and my boss was like, Jerome, we're gonna talk about your performance. And I was like, fuck my performance. I'm quitting in 3 months. And she was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, I'm 3 months, I'm out of here. And 3 months later, I was out. Because at that moment I realized they don't care about you.
Yeah.
I mean, so it links to my students because like that's why I used to tell them, you have to be in a situation where people around you care about you, because if they don't care about you, you are just a number, you're just a punch in the wall. Because yes, I'm a politician. Yes, I'm an educator. Yes, I'm an intellectual. Yes, I'm a scholar. But at the same time, more than anything else, I'm a black man in America. And those things come together. I have to do what's best for my people in my time on this earth. So I was like, I could do more for my wife and my 2 kids than I could, like, outside of this corporate giant than I could inside of it.
That's a little scary though. You were talking about, like, I know everybody had their own road to hoe as far as like transitioning from corporate America, but I mean, with you saying you have kids or your wife's expecting, you got situations going on, like, what was your fail safe? They're like
myself. You have to believe in yourself more than anybody else. You had to walk up to Mike Tyson and be like, I can knock that motherfucker out. You got to walk up to LeBron James like, I can dunk on that motherfucker. You can walk up to Steph Curry like, I can shoot more threes than him. You might not, but it's in the effort that you really see your greatness. Because I know tomorrow I could be, hello Wells Fargo, don't look at this podcast because I talk so much shit about y'all. But at the same time, I could be like, I know what, like I said, I know what's inside of me. And like, I'm a farmer too. I like to garden. So it's like when you plant a seed, it takes a long time for that seed to come up. It's not gonna come up instantly. And if you think that you can do something today and get the results tomorrow, you're in the wrong game. You got to do something and do it consistently. Like you got to plant a seed, water the ground, till the ground, make sure no grass grows around the ground, because the grass is the haters. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pull the haters out from around you to allow that idea you got to grow. Because like I remember one time, I think it was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson said a quote, the universe puts out signals and it's like an antenna. You got to be in tune to receive what the universe is putting out, because if you don't accept it, Prince's going to get it. If Prince don't get it, somebody else is going to get it. So like, what's inside you. I mean, I say I would like to have a podcast reunion with y'all in 6 months while I'm finishing up my next film, and I'm about to go to I'll say South Africa for a day before I go to Uganda, to have coffee with the president. You know what I'm saying? That's some random shit, right? But you have to see what you have for yourself before somebody else can.
Word.
I'm sorry. Got a little too passionate about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that
I mean, I just want everybody to achieve their potential, because there's so much that you can do if you believe in yourself, and that's what the first thing is, believing in yourself. And back to like what I said about the baby floating down the thing, people all around you are watching. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many friends you got on Facebook?
I don't know.
5,000. How many you got? 5,000. So And I got 5,000. So therefore, we got 15. Well, you got about 15,000 people that should be watching this right now. But you know what? They're probably not.
No.
We can't be mad at them for not watching.
Yo,
But you just be consistently putting out content. Be consistent in what you do, and I guarantee you, once you get to that point, you're gonna get that point. Once you keep doing what you're doing, they be like, "Yo, I've been watching you for a long time." You be like, "Technology, motherfucker, no, you wasn't."
well, like I know that there are, I mean, an inordinate amount of reasons why.
Nice
people,
word.
Thank you. Why people may not do what I expect them to do, because I'm like, shit, I don't do that. Sometimes shit, I might go 3 days and not be online, you know, or, you know, but motherfucker may think I just didn't, you know, like they picture, but I'm like, I ain't even been on here. Sometimes I don't be on that shit like that. Sometimes I just be on there lurking. I be on there
Be
lurking,
creeping.
you
Be like-
know what I'm saying?
Let me see what she's doing
You
today.
know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but you know, at the same time, I mean, I just had so many lessons about like support and what does that look like. It looks different for different people, and
It
you know, I
does.
can't
It
be
does.
mad at them for their own brand of support, even if that's being silent. That's cool too, because that's just motivation for me. That's fodder for my dreams, and I appreciate all the help I can give.
So let me ask you this: after you achieve the level of success that the creator has for you, and these people who didn't acknowledge, you know, like, you know, actually like a picture because you were lurking, they were lurking on your picture instead of liking the picture, and they said, "I've been following you since day one." What would you say to them?
I mean, I'm empathetic in a lot of ways. So it's like, I wouldn't even call them out on their bullshit, you know?
You said you wouldn't?
Nah.
See,
I mean, because
yeah.
what does that do? Sometimes, I'm going to tell you, it ain't even so much about them. It's about me, you know? Like, to give them a life lesson? Fuck that. You don't deserve that. We don't even have that type of relationship. What I am going to do, I'm going to run with your lie right with you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And really, you're not that important where I even noticed your vote was missing. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool, you know, because I'm still going to be the Lux.
I'm still here.
Honeys making monies. I'm still going to
And
be
me
that
on
person.
shirts.
And it does not matter if you with me or you against me.
I like that. I do. I agree. I agree with
Appreciate
you.
you. You set me up for that question.
Hey,
It's
hey,
like, I appreciate that.
It's like alley hoop. Like
It was.
I'm like we on an all-star team. I'm like Steph Curry. Alley hoop up. Yeah. Doom.
Yeah, I did. I was able to go ahead and stuff that. But, well, shit. I want to thank you for coming on here, Katie. Did you have anything else you wanted to run down?
It was so much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It was like a buffet.
I do apologize. I'm a
But
complex
here's the
individual.
thing. I asked him, I said, okay, send me a picture and what title would you like to go by? I'm thinking, you know, okay, film director, okay, writer even. But now we've discovered teacher, politician,
Yes.
stay-at-home
I was like,
dad.
shit, you should have led off with like.
I wanted to be a preacher, but it's too many preachers in my family already. So, yeah,
Listen,
there's a lot of them.
you
Thank you,
had,
Jerry.
yo, you had some
Hey, Veronica.
testimonials in here. I mean, you had some miracles on 34th Street up in here. You had some damn biblical things up in here. I mean, you had a little smattering of everything, and I
Smattering.
appreciate. Yeah, and
That's
I
a nice
appreciate.
word.
Thank
Smattering.
you. Thank you.
Smattering. I don't think I can
And
spell it. I can't spell.
You got me, but
I
that's,
think that's
I'm
why
a writer
I would-
and I can't spell.
I would
either.
never say I'm a writer because I'm a mathematician. So mathematicians can't spell.
But you know what though? Peep the scene. So I suck at math, right? I know this. I know my limitations. Like general math I got. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing some numbers in my head, I used to work at a luxury car dealership. You know all about it. But I used to like punch in people's, you know what I'm saying, little bills for they, you know, for their service and shit. And but we didn't have registers, you know? It's like, so if a motherfucker pay you like a $1,736 bill, you gotta think like, I'm gonna give him this money back, you know, without it. So I just had developed a system of like doing that shit in my head. Like, motherfucker, you never gonna see me pull out a calculator on your bitch ass at my register. Ain't never gonna
Wow.
come up short.
Are you mad at these
Yo,
motherfuckers too?
and when I tell you,
I ain't gonna pull down calculate.
yo,
Calculate, motherfucker.
because the thing about it is, you think about this. When somebody get a level of so much money and they get a Mercedes, and that's no disrespect to a Mercedes, but we know what them repair bills look like. So I'm like, you really doing this to just be like, this is a fuck you car. Like, I got this much money where I can trick it off on this. And then you got the motherfuckers who don't have that much money. You know what I'm saying? But they riding around in some shit. Yeah, they riding around in some shit that sound like a goddamn tornado. You know, because they didn't get their car service because they couldn't afford it. So you got extremes on both sides. But anyway, I said all that to say that, you know, sometimes you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, do some math. But I was saying that I was able to pick up the math from a teacher that I had who was a communications major. And it was like I understood her language because I probably got a C- in every fucking math class I ever had. But when it was somebody who spoke my language, who had my dialect, and I was like, oh, okay, I got an A in her class. That was the first time I ever got a fucking A in math class. So for you to be a writer, and a mathematician,
I mean, because like it's so my dad's an engineer. They worked in the mill for until they closed down. My mom's an educator, social studies. My oldest brother is an engineer who is a great communicator. You met Sylvester. You met him,
yeah. You like, nah. Oh no, that dude.
You met him in the kitchen when we were filming.
That was your brother?
Yeah, the loud one. Yep.
Oh, he didn't even identify himself as your brother.
Because he doesn't like me that much. So then my sister, she is my oldest sister. She has a law degree from Ohio State, but she is like one of the greatest like high school admissions counselors ever. You know what I'm saying? My other sister, she was like the rain woman who taught me math because 1 + 1 = 2. Once you understand that concept, all other math is easy. Really is. But you got to break it down to that minute. My brother is like, he's the cheapest person. He has a website called justfrugalme.com. But he also is one of the greatest piano players I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
So like, I never forget the story. One time we were in church, and my mama stand up preaching like, my son got married, and he's this, that, and the other. That's the oldest brother. My other sister, like my other daughter graduated from Ohio State. My other daughter, she Knoxville College. My son, he's a great musician.
How many of y'all?
It's 5 of us.
There's only 5? I feel like you...
No. But we do a lot.
Okay.
And but then my mama was like, and my
count.
son Jerome, he's a bartender. And this in church. I was like, what the fuck? This hurt my feelings. So I was like, I have to do better. But yeah, it's a lot of us. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they run down those accolades and then
then I'm the bartender. I was like, I can make a drink with anything.
You show with the drink.
Yeah. So yeah.
Word.
I was embarrassed.
Well, that's all right.
Well, look at you now.
Motivation. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Like you said, 6 months from now.
6 months from now, we can have a reunion episode, and during the reunion episode, I can give you a Mercedes.
I think I'm good on that. You
My
give me a
wife-
Subaru.
my-
I fucks
my
with a
wife-
Subaru or Honda.
Subaru?
Though, yeah.
My wife will let that happen anyway. But like, I'm gonna give this girl a car. What, nigga?
She might be like, we got so much money. Get her ass that Subaru.
Whatever. I'm gonna have me a Tesla.
Not no wife I know. You buying cars now?
Oh, you got car money, but you ain't got grocery money? Come on, dude. Yeah. So yeah.
Word. Well, one thing that we did not do before we kicked this thing off was to acknowledge the beautiful network that I know, right? That shit was like refreshing. I felt like we were on a mountaintop together.
We are on the mountaintop. We are.
That's why I fucks with you.
I said mountaintop early. I'm not on the mountaintop with y'all right now.
Okay, yeah, I think so. It's like a fucking York peppermint patty commercial.
Figura.
You know how they
was that a Figura? Was that?
Effervescence.
Yes, like I feel like I'm on the slopes of Aspen with the wind blowing through my hair. Yo.
I'm in Sugar Slope in North Carolina because it's smaller and I'm scared of heights.
All right.
We'll take
Way to look at it. Yeah.
We'll take it.
But we have been brought to you today by Square Media Network.
Yes, we have.
Yes. We are the DEUXLUXE podcast show. I am the Lux Lisbon.
And I am Katie Lux. You be waiting for me to drop the ball.
I love it. No, I know.
You be waiting for me to drop the ball. You be like, I'm going to pass it gently. You do know your name today, don't you? I know my name.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
Sorry.
No, that's all sorry. That's how we do, y'all. We also have our showmates, and that is LaWanna Mayfield, who hosts Unapologetically Black, and there is also The Project with Steve Rutherford. So please check both of those shows out in addition to the DEUXLUXE podcast show. We want to thank our gregarious, scintillating,
Esteemed.
astute
Who y'all talking about?
Guest of the hour.
yes, and
Thank you so much.
thank you, Mr.
Oh, no
Jerome
problem.
Fleming.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
We appreciate you.
Yeah,
we
it's been fun.
appreciate you.
I'm looking
all.
forward to the reunion too, when we come back and we just,
Because consistency is the only thing that really matters. Because the more you do something, the better you get at it. The better you get at something, the more you do it.
Practice.
Absolutely.
If you ain't take shit else from the show, just take
Ooh,
practice.
yeah.
And that.
I see y'all were off, so we got to practice some
Okay,
more.
okay.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, yeah. Jodeci would be proud. Jodeci would be proud.
Thank you for watching. Please check us out on the 2nd and 4th Mondays of every month.
Peace. Peace, love, and happiness.
Very good, guys.